Hey guys, this is Wes Harrison, Above and Beyond Auto Repair, and I'm on my way to Colorado to go do some indoor skydiving. On the trip, I thought I might make some videos of the questions that I get asked all the time. For example, how much does a tune-up cost? My response to that question is, what's your car doing? Why do you feel that you need a tune-up? More often than not, people will say, well, because it's doing this or it's acting like this. And if that's the case, find out what's wrong before you pay somebody to do a tune-up. Tune-ups can be quite expensive anymore. Tune-ups also generally last 80,000 plus miles before it needs to be done. Spark plugs are lasting 100,000 miles. There's a few issues with some cars where it needs to be done before then. Chrysler says it needs to be done at 30,000 miles, and I think it's completely ridiculous. They put in platinum spark plugs that'll last 100,000 miles, yet they want you to do a tune-up at 30,000. I think that's Chrysler's way of just trying to get some extra money. Because it certainly doesn't, those spark plugs are not worn out at 30,000 miles, I can assure you. Ford puts the same spark plugs in there and says don't touch them for 100,000 miles, so you figure it out. From my point of view, I tell everybody tune-ups last 80,000 plus miles. You want to do it somewhere around 80. If you go much past 80,000, spark plugs tend to get stuck into the cylinder heads and it makes them hard to come out. Sometimes, especially on the aluminum cylinder heads, if they're in there too long, it can actually take the threads out with it. Now there's a repair kit for those, and it's kind of expensive if you wait, and usually the ones that are over 100,000 are the ones that pull the threads out too. But there are cases where the repair thread won't work, and then you have to pull off the cylinder heads. So on the tune-up, if your car's doing anything funny, don't have a tune-up done first. Get a diagnostic, find out what's going on. If you come to the shop, we will do a diagnostic on it. We will tell you what's going on. We will tell you what we're looking at, why, and everything else before you spend the money on the tune-up. I always like to keep everybody informed. At some of the other repair facilities, especially the big brand name ones, they will gladly do a tune-up on there, and then they will call you and say, oh, by the way, you have a problem with a coil, or you have a problem with this, or you have a problem with that. And then you spend all your money on the tune-up, and then you still have the original problem that you took it in for. It's very aggravating, and I understand. That's why I tried to solve the problem before we do a tune-up on it. So, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. This is Wes with Above and Beyond Auto Repair, and our phone number is 816-453-8282. And give us a call, and I'll try to help you or point you in the right direction as best as I can.